This year's Sundance Red Carpet's coverage is brought to you by Blake Christian, Certified Public Accountant. Get all your tax and financial needs met at hcvt.com or call 435-200-9262.
What's up, guys? Lucas Catania here with Park City Television at the red carpet of The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, which is based on a true story in Malawi of a boy who saved his village from economic famine by building a wind turbine. Let's check it out. I know you've been tons of acting in your past. How was it making your directorial debut on a film like this?
Well, it was great. It was challenging. We were out in Malawi, which was great because all of us as the filmmaking team were very determined to work from a very authentic place. But there were certain challenges in Malawi, which were balanced by the fact that we really had the wind at our backs with the people there who really supported the film. It's kind of a crazy thing when the kind of circus comes to town. And we descended on this kind of small village in Wimbe, and about a couple of hours outside of the capital of Malawi, Lilongwe. It was amazing, and they were incredibly supportive of the film, and so that really helped the process.
When we first met Chiwetel, when he brought the film to us, he told us all of those aspects of the story which are powerful, and he also said to us he wanted to be a father-son story and an emotional story, and that's the film that Chiwetel's made. He's actually delivered the film that he said he would.
And that's the film we wanted to make.
Yeah.
We wanted to make the father-son the really good emotional story. The fact that it brings out these themes is wonderful and amazing, but they are the backdrop to the story.
Places like Malawi, where almost like 80% of the population are like farmers, it's very difficult when you depend on the land, and with this like climate change, deforestation, where the soil doesn't really hold up like together to hold the soil, it's difficult like for the farmers. So sometimes the thing that we do, it will impact other people somewhere like down the line, because this is like a global like issue. It's not like just on like for Malawi, but everywhere people can be able like to face such type of problem, and trying like to work with everybody like together in order like to find solution to address that challenge. I think it's what it's gonna make the most like impact on addressing that type of like problem of like deforestation, of like climate change.
I had some connection with much of what was going on. That is in terms of William's curiosity and his love for electrical engineering and such. So yeah, I had pretty much an intimate connection with that.
This project is very special to me because first of all, the director is an actor that I've been admiring for so long, Chiwetel Ejofor, Oscar nominated. And as a director, he's so talented, so brilliant, so smart. I knew while we were shooting that the film would be really special because the subject matter is special. The story of William Kamkwamba is amazing. This African teenager who, because he was facing a famine with his family, decided to do something. And because he was so brilliant, he was able to study by himself and discover how to build, with almost nothing, a hydroelectric windmill. This is a miracle.
Would you mind to touch on some of those challenges you had with directing the film like this?
Well, there were a few different things. There was sort of logistics. We were bringing in people and equipment from all sorts of different places, Nairobi in Kenya and Johannesburg, and crossing borders, and so some stuff was delayed, and we were trying to, I was working with Dick Pope as an amazingly experienced cinematographer who was able to just sort of come up with solutions on the fly and sort of deal with things as we're going and take the pressure off me in a way so that I could concentrate a lot on just on working with actors, and and we were challenged by sort of learning Chichewa. This is the language of Malawi. It was great to have actors who were really up for that kind of challenge. And we were very lucky to all, as a cast and crew, be in this one hotel together, so we could rehearse all the time and work on things. We had a very international group of people to work on the film.
I went to Gail and got her advice on how she structured the finance to film in Kenya, persuaded the finance to let film in Kenya. I then went ahead and filmed in Uganda. I filmed in different countries all over the African continent, including Nigeria, Namibia, Mozambique. So it took that kind of expertise and experience to know how to go about setting up a film in Malawi where there's no film infrastructure whatsoever. Because what was important for Chiwetel making his first film as director, in the film, speaking Chichewa, a language he had never encountered before, is to give him the correct space and support to just concentrate on his craft of filmmaking.
And such a great team of people. I mean, pulling that team of crew together, quite apart from the amazing cast, but actually all those collaborators, the DP, the designer, they were just an amazing bunch, and they were it was quite inspiring actually to see them all together.
I didn't have any problems as such. It kind of flowed. I was a bit worried about the Chichewa, but after some time I got the hang of it. That's the language spoken in Malawi.
It was a very special shooting because we were all in Malawi for 7 weeks, surrounded by the real people who had been through these many hardships. So I had many opportunities to talk with them, to discuss, especially with Agnes Kamkwamba that I'm playing in the film. I'm very humbled and very proud to portray a woman, an African woman, that is so dignified, so strong, that is determined to build her own destiny and who trusts her son so much. It's a very positive and emotional character.
One thing that I hope like the viewers gonna take after seeing The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind is like the perseverance that I had, like trying like to seek for solution rather than just like sitting down, and the curiosity of trying to come up with like a solution towards the problem that we are facing. It's one key that people can be able like to take if you really like trying like to find like the solution to solve your problem.
My wish is that the audience after the film changes his mind regarding Africa, regarding poverty. If the little girls or the teenagers in Africa, in America, in Europe feel empowered by my character, I'll be very proud.
I've had a pretty much amazing experience. First of all, from shooting to everything else that's happening right now. The first premiere last night to what we're about to have this time. So everything is pretty much amazing.
The challenge often in making a film set in Africa is to convince everybody that it's the right place to make the film and to get the backing to do it. But once we had the backing, the BBC, the BFI participant, and got out there, actually the film itself went incredibly well. And it comes from the top because Chiwetel was so confident and committed.
And everything else. I mean, you know, there are challenges to Africa.
Yeah.
It's just a deeply inspiring story of William Kamkwamba and his journey to build this wind turbine and to face this sort of these individual challenges that he had, but also with this combination of his community and this the strength of that community and the strength and the depth of that culture. And the richness and the texture of the culture, and that's what I fell in love with about the book, and that's what I wanted to try and bring to life in the story, as well as the wider issues, obviously environmentalism, the geopolitical relationships, democracy in Malawi, and so on. You know, these things are part of the story, but at its heart, it's a story about this amazing and gifted young man.
So it's a truly inspiring story which is grounded in larger global issues here. We'll have more Sundance coverage all throughout the week right here on Park City Television.